Your dog lets you pet it. But that does not mean it enjoys the way you do it. And that difference is something most owners never stop to think about. Your dog sits still. It tolerates your hand. It does not pull away. So you assume everything is fine. But tolerance is not enjoyment. And the signals your dog sends you during almost every petting session are being completely missed. Here is the truth about how you touch your dog and why it matters more than you think. Number 1. Patting the top of the head is one of the most uncomfortable things you can do to a dog. This is the greeting almost every human defaults to. Hand comes over the top. Pat, pat, pat on the head. The dog leans away slightly, or freezes for just a second, and the owner thinks nothing of it. But to your dog, a hand coming over the top of its head, from above, is not affection. It is a threat signal. In dog body language, placing anything over the top of another dog's head is a dominance gesture. It signals pressure and control, not warmth. Watch what your dog does. The next time you reach over its head to pet it, if it leans back slightly, turns its head, licks its lips, or its body goes just a little bit still, that is not your dog enjoying the moment. That is your dog tolerating something it finds uncomfortable. The areas dogs actually enjoy being touched are under the chin, the chest, the base of the neck, the shoulders, and the base of the tail. Approach from the side, not from above, and let your dog lean into your hand, instead of pulling away from it. Number 2. Petting your dog when it is not asking for it is teaching it that its preferences do not matter. Most owners pet their dog whenever they feel like it. You sit down. The dog is nearby. You reach over and start stroking it, without asking, without checking, without reading whether the dog actually wants contact right now. And the dog tolerates it, because it has been conditioned to. But there is a simple test that tells you whether your dog is actually enjoying your touch, or just putting up with it. Pet your dog for 5 seconds, then stop completely, and take your hand away. If your dog leans toward you, nudges your hand, or repositions itself to get more contact, it wanted the petting. If your dog does nothing, looks away, gets up and moves, or shows any kind of relief when you stop, it was tolerating you, not enjoying you. This test changes how most owners understand their dog overnight. Your dog should be an active participant in every physical interaction you have with it, not a passive recipient of your need to touch it. Number 3. You are petting too fast, and it is overstimulating your dog's nervous system. Most people pet their dogs the way you would shake something to wake it up. Fast repetitive strokes, rapid patting, back and forth scratching at high speed, and the dog sits there. But its body is telling a different story. Ears slightly back, whites of the eyes showing, body subtly stiff, mouth tight. These are stress signals, not comfort signals. The nervous system of a dog responds to touch the same way a human nervous system does. Slow deliberate pressure activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and calm system. Fast light repetitive touch activates the sympathetic nervous system, the alert and stress system. This is not theory. It is the same neurological mechanism behind why a deep slow massage calms a human, and why rapid tapping on your skin creates irritation. Slow down. Long slow strokes. From the neck down the back. Gentle sustained pressure at the base of the ears. Slow circular motions on the chest. These are the touches that genuinely calm your dog, lower its heart rate, and create the neurological conditions for real relaxation and bonding. Fast patting creates stimulation. Slow stroking creates connection. Number 4. You are petting your dog in places it genuinely dislikes, and it has been telling you this for years. Every dog has specific areas that it finds uncomfortable to be touched, and most owners have never actually mapped what those areas are for their specific dog. The most commonly disliked areas across dogs are the paws, the tail, the muzzle, the top of the head, and the area above the tail at the base of the spine. And yet these are exactly the areas most owners go for. You grab the paw to shake it. You ruffle the muzzle. You pat the top of the head. You scratch that spot just above the tail. And your dog sits there, because it trusts you enough to tolerate it. But watch carefully. The next time you touch these areas, a dog that dislikes paw handling will pull the paw back, shift its weight away, or show a brief lip lick. A dog that dislikes muzzle touching will turn its head, lean back, or show a tight mouth. These are not small signals. These are your dog communicating clearly and consistently, and the fact that it keeps tolerating it, despite not enjoying it, says everything about how much it trusts you. Respect that trust by learning what your dog actually likes and giving it that. Number 5. Hugging your dog is almost certainly not something it enjoys. This is the one that upsets people the most, because hugging feels like the most natural expression of love. But dogs do not hug each other. In dog body language, placing a limb over another dog's body is a gesture of pressure and control, not affection. When you wrap your arms around your dog and pull it into your chest, your dog reads that as confinement, and the research backs this up. A study of 250 photographs of humans hugging dogs found that in over 80% of the images, the dog was showing at least one stress signal: ears back, head turned away, whites of the eyes visible, mouth tight or lip licking, body rigid. Your dog lets you hug it because it loves you and because it has learned that this is something you need to do. But love and enjoyment are not the same thing. Instead of a full body hug, sit beside your dog. Let it press against you. Rest your hand gently on its back and breathe slowly. That quiet side-by-side contact with your dog choosing to be close to you is far more meaningful to your dog than a hug it had no choice about. Number 6. You are not reading the difference between a dog that wants petting and a dog that is asking you to stop. This is the most important distinction in this entire video, and it is one that most owners get completely backwards. A dog that wants more contact will press its nose or head into your hand, paw gently at your arm, reposition its body toward you, lean its weight into your side, or make soft eye contact and hold it. A dog that is asking you to stop will turn its head away from your hand, lick its lips once or twice, yawn suddenly in the middle of contact, shift its weight away from you, give a small shake off when you pause, or get up and move to another spot. Most owners see the dog yawn and think it is just sleepy. Most owners see the dog move away and follow it and start petting it again in the new spot. And the dog learns that moving away does not work, that yawning does not work, that turning its head does not work. And eventually, it stops trying to communicate and simply freezes and waits for it to be over. A dog that freezes during petting is not relaxed. A dog that freezes has given up on being understood. When your dog moves away, let it go. When your dog yawns during petting, pause and wait. When your dog turns its head, take your hand away completely and watch what happens next. Because a dog that learns its signals are respected will come back to you. It will choose contact instead of being subjected to it. And that choice, that moment when your dog walks across the room and presses itself against you because it wants to be there, is the difference between a dog that tolerates you and a dog that truly loves being with you. Number 7. The way you pet your dog in public is creating anxiety you do not see at home. This one is specific, and most owners never connect these two things. When strangers approach your dog and immediately reach over its head and start petting without permission, and you allow it, because the dog does not growl, because the dog does not snap, because you think everything is fine, you are exposing your dog to the exact kind of touch it finds most uncomfortable, repeatedly, in situations where it already feels less secure. And the stress of those interactions travels home with your dog. A dog that is repeatedly subjected to unwanted overhead petting by strangers starts to become more reactive, more anxious in public, more jumpy around unfamiliar hands. And owners see that anxiety and cannot explain where it came from. It came from 100 encounters where the dog asked not to be touched and nobody listened. You have the right to advocate for your dog. When someone reaches for your dog, you can say, "He prefers to be petted under the chin," or "She is a bit nervous with strangers. Could you let her sniff your hand first?" That one sentence protects your dog from a kind of stress it has no way to protect itself from. Number 8. When you pet your dog correctly, everything between you changes. This is not about following rules or overthinking a simple moment. This is about understanding that your dog experiences your touch in a completely different way than you intended. when you slow down, when you approach from the side, when you choose the places your dog actually enjoys, when you stop when it asks you to stop, when you let it come to you instead of always going to it. Your dog begins to seek you out differently. It comes and presses against you, not because you called it, but because being near you feels good. It holds eye contact with you longer. It relaxes more deeply in your presence. It leans into your hand, instead of subtly away from it. The bond you feel with your dog is directly connected to how safe your dog feels in your hands. And the dog that feels truly safe, being touched by you, is a dog that will follow you anywhere, trust you completely, and stay as close to you as it possibly can for the rest of its life.